hit them with that act reacher. Y'all gonna learn today. I'm a teacher. That act reacher. Get into the bag like berserker, boy. Fuck around, I'ma hurt you, boy. Stiff jab, side step, uppercut you, boy. The champ is here, you can't survive in my circle, boy. Yeah. Look at my drip right here. And the verse is all I wear. Verified logo right here, yeah. I breathe a different air. They can't spar with me. Blood, sweat, and tears. You see the scars on me. I need a fast bag. Split second bag. I need it hitting like a speed bag, yeah. I age like fine wine. This is that ageless music. I hit them with that act reacher.
But you gotta believe in me. You gotta believe that everything I tell you to do is for the best.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to my peoples and my guys, look alive. It's your boy Act Reacher with another episode of the Jab Jamboree, produced by the LDBC, executive produced by the Full Berserker Plan. Let's get into it. Man, salute to my sis Tay. Always appreciate my sis holding me down, man. Appreciate you. You know what I mean? You already know what it is. Gotta hit you up because I need you on the show again. Definitely need you on the show again, sis. That was a good one. I appreciate you. You know what I mean? Last week, that was fun. This dude. People talk about act out here. Everybody's saying that. Everybody talking about it. Yes. You know what I mean? Salute to everybody that's coming through, everybody that's in the chat. I ain't gonna be on here too long. Every time I say that, I end up here longer than I want to. But there's some things, we gotta talk about. As far as with Errol and Sebastian Fundora, boxing getting lit. Boxing been lit. I can't even front. And another thing too. Nah, it ain't dreads. It ain't dreads. It's box braids. Salute, Kano. Salute to my OG Kano local, another person. I mean, I appreciate, always there. Always been a big supporter. We're gonna make some things happen, OG. Even if we gotta talk. Even if we gotta talk at the meet and greet, you know what I mean? But we're gonna make some things happen. First thing I want to talk about, man, let's talk about it, man. This is probably gonna be my last time talking about it, unless it's on somebody else's panel. But on my channel, this is gonna I really mean it. When I say this is gonna be the last time that I talk about it, this is gonna be the last time that I talk about it. Word to my mother. Ryan Garcia and the whole Devin Haney situation. The whole Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney situation. This is gonna be the last time that I talk about it. It's kind of crazy because that whole fight and that whole build-up, to me, a lot of people didn't like that whole fight and that whole build-up. But I actually liked it, the whole fight and the build-up. I like that homeboy acted crazy. I think that he really is crazy. I don't think that he was faking. I'm with Jake Paul. Yeah, and this the perfect song too, bro. He said that's my song. Am I wrong? Was Ryan wrong? That's what we gonna answer. We're gonna talk about a few different things. We're not just going. The main course is Sebastian, Fundora, and Errol. But I want to get this out the way too. That's why I always put, if I want to talk about more things and not just keep on one topic, I put plus more. The one thing that we do know, contamination, I don't care what people try to spin it around and say what it is. I don't care if they trying to, oh yeah, they rigged it, this, that, and the third. We gotta be honest with ourselves, and we gotta really ask ourselves. Every other boxer that pop dirty, you never question, but you question Ryan Garcia, a man who was desperate after the tank laws and said that would never happen to him again. Just pay attention to that. It doesn't matter if you like Dev, if you don't like Bill, this is that and the third. Even if you felt like Ryan won, you gotta really be honest and ask yourself. And then how big in the magnitude of that fight. Not only that, that's a dude that you've known since you was 8 years old, and y'all been competing against the amateurs, and you know y'all are very close and tight knit. You know what I mean? You just gotta be honest with yourself. Would you do whatever it takes to win? If you say no, I don't believe it. The people that say no and that they don't believe it, I don't believe it. You gotta truly salute, bro. Salute. Salute, champ. You just gotta really ask yourself that question. You really do. Like, if you were in a big fight like that and you already had took a big loss and everything was on the line for you. I'm not telling you to think like a fan. Everybody that's in my chat right now, I'm telling you to think like a boxer. I don't care about you thinking like a fan. I want you to think like you was fighting, like you was young and you was in your prime and you was in shape. I don't care about all that other technicality. He said I miss boxing night court. We gonna get that back, bro. Cause I got the MacBook now. We gotta make that happen. I gotta call my bro Philip. Salute, bro. I ain't gonna lie. See, I'm gonna say this before I get back on Devin Ryan. Y'all didn't appreciate it when we was out there and we gave y'all great shows. We gave y'all great shows. Y'all should have been sharing that joint to the end of the earth on every platform that you got, because that was really a great original created show by me and the bros. But anyway, back to Dev and Ryan. I appreciate you though, Rashawn. I appreciate you, bro. Make sure you keep coming in, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably gonna be going live more so on the weekends, do videos on the weekend. But you gotta ask yourself that as a realistic person. Like, he said, I'm too busy. But nah, they straight now.
If you're a business owner, then animated.
You gotta ask yourself that question. What would I do to not take a loss? Would you be desperate housewives like Ryan Garcia? Because that's what happened. You gotta understand, he was part of that group of dudes, excluding Tank, because Tank is older than him. I'm talking about Shakur, T.O., and Devin. And you gotta look at it from another situation. He's the only one that hasn't been a world champion. So now we diving deep into the fighter's psyche more. Oh, I never had a belt. All of my contemporaries, they've been 2, 3 time champions over. I would feel away. I'm gonna keep it a stack. I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. I would be looking like, Dad, yo, I'm in last place. So me thinking that way and me being realistic, even let's say I was the type of person that didn't even like Bill or Dev. Let's say I didn't like them. I would still have to be honest. I would still have to be honest, like, yo, that kid was desperate. Even by the antics that he did. If you pay attention, he's showing y'all how desperate that he was. He would strike me as that chick that's desperate for attention. That's where he was at with this fight. That's exactly where that man was at with this fight.
Crack rehab fails.
First of all, let's get one thing straight. Crack is cheap. I make too much money to ever smoke crack. Let's get that straight, okay? We don't do crack. We don't do that. Crack is whack.
So we got to be honest with ourselves. We got to be honest with ourselves that man was doped up. It just is what it is. We just got to be completely honest with ourselves. He was doped up. One thing that we do know, both of those tests contain ostarine.
I would take you guys swimming, but we don't have our swim.
And ostarine is a banned substance. It doesn't matter if I like it, you like it, whoever likes it. Ostarine is a banned substance. And he shouldn't have took it. He laughed because I played the Whitney Houston clip. That every time I think of that clip, I think of Ryan. I'm just being honest. You have to be real with yourself. Even if you felt like, yo, he won the fight, yo, it don't matter, like he still beat Devin. Okay, cool. But he beat Devin and he whooped Devin, like y'all say, but he still popped dirt. That is like, now I'm gonna compare it to comic books. That's like Bane, right? Before he takes the venom. Yeah, he can still fight a little bit, but would he be able to even compete with Batman if he didn't take that venom? Now I'm asking you a real question. I don't think that he would even be able to deal with Batman on no level if Bane didn't take the venom. Or I could go to Marvel. We could leave DC. Would Captain America even be able to stand side by side with the Avengers? We talk about dudes that are his friends and contemporaries that are gods, that got superpowers. You think Captain America would have been able to be the leaders and say Avengers symbol? He wouldn't even be able to do that. Felix Nunez, salute. Okay, sis, man. Prayers up for your dad. Prayers up for your dad. Prayers up for your dad. But that's the type of stuff that we have to ask ourselves. And now, what's next for him? I don't know. He may get a slap on the wrist. He may only get 6 months. He may only get 6 months. I say the least amount is 6 months. I think I think minimum he should get 2 years, but really pushing it, I think they should get 5. Because look what they doing to Conor Ben. Look what they did to Conor Ben. I'm talking fair. Y'all want to be fair? Let's be fair. And like I said, yeah, I mean, okay, he dominated the fight, this, that, and the third. But him having that steroids in the system will always taint that win. Just like it's a double-edged sword. Just like how y'all feel like Dev, that took something out of Dev physically. Well, this might take something out of Ryan psychologically. This might take something out of him psychologically. You know, him not being able to fight when it's time to go, when it's time to come back. Will Ryan still have that same energy? Will he blow up really big? See, there's a lot of questions here. Will he blow up really big? Will he not even want to come back to boxing? And then another dynamic is taking place because he's getting sued by Logan Paul for defamation. So he's going to be doing a lot of fighting, not physically, but mentally, because of how he bashed Prime, the Prime drink. The only thing that I agree with Ryan with, the Prime drink is nasty. I'm sorry, Logan. I like you. You a funny dude, but I got to keep it a stack. I tried that Prime drink. I got to bang the... Where my gavel at? Where my gavel? I got to bang the gavel. That joint is disgusting. I got to bang the gavel on you, bro. That's probably the only thing Ryan said recently that I agree with. That Prime drink is disgusting. But the thing is, when I drank the Prime drink, I didn't pay for it.
Somebody paid for it. You didn't pay for it.
I ain't paid for it. He said, it's okay if it's cold, but I'm not the biggest fan. Good luck, bro. I had it. Somebody gave it to me cold. Somebody gave it to me cold. It was disgusting, bro. It was disgusting. And I tried like a few different flavors. I was like, all right, let me try this. Let me try that one. I didn't like it. I gotta keep it. I just didn't like it. It's disgusting. But outside of that, we gonna leave that alone. You know what I mean? Because he's going through enough. Ryan's going through enough. So, like I said, he'll be doing a lot of fighting. What I want to talk about is now we're gonna get to the boxing. Now we're gonna get to the boxing. I want to talk about Errol Spence and Sebastian Fundora. I want to talk about Errol Spence and Sebastian Fundora. Say it is a weird ass drink though. I want to talk about this fight right here. It's allegedly takes place in October, which is dope because we got something else happening in October, and that's Undisputed. The video game is dropping. I'm about to pre-order my copy. I've been waiting for a boxing game since I was freaking in high school. I've been waiting for another boxing. That Fight Night Champions. So we got two things happening in October. I can't wait for that Fight Night. I mean, Undisputed to come out. They're gonna be They got 70 characters in it, plus they're soon to add more. So, I heard they got a few boxes in it. I'm not even gonna name one of the boxes that I know that's in it because I don't think the family is filling this box right now. But I'm looking forward to that. But let's um let's talk Earl and Sebastian Fundora. So Sebastian Fundora, the Tower and Inferno. He had an emphatic win, and he made me eat crow. He did something that he normally never does. He boxed against Tim Zoo. Him boxing, he was doing decent in the beginning. I think it was the second round that Tim Zoo ended up getting cut in the head. That cut that profusely started bleeding and leaking into the eye of Tim Zoo, to me, was Tim Zoo's downfall. That ultimately ended up being Tim Zoo's downfall. The blood going into his eye, him not being able to see, it spelled disaster. Because before that, you kind of seen Tim Zoo doing his normal Tim Zoo thing, even though he was fighting somebody that was really tall. Trust me, Shamar, I didn't either. I actually I ate crow for that. I ate crow for that. I was one of the people that ate crow for that. I thought Tim Zoo would be the normal Tim Zoo. You know what I mean? Throw cluster of punches and find his way on the inside, while constantly putting on pressure and being able to figure out the computer code to Sebastian Fundora, but it didn't go there. I almost had to bang the gavel on myself, and I never banged the gavel on myself. So, but I wasn't all the way mad or disappointed because I gotta be honest. It's not like salute to my bro D man. It's not like he beat him without. Look, he beat him, but it's not like he beat him without something helping him. That cut, it helped Sebastian Fundora a lot. But him, I'm not a hater. Him also boxing helped him out a lot too. He didn't have the strongest jab, but he kept his jab out there, and he was actually kind of fighting tall. He didn't look right doing it, but he did it. He fought tall and he won. Shoot, maybe Kay, if you want a link, matter of fact, I actually want. I want to. If KG, if you ain't doing nothing, I would actually like to hear your opinion on this fight. But he I gotta give him credit. I can't take any credit away from Sebastian Fundora. He, however he got it done, he got it done. The cut was a store stroke. Oh, stroke. Sorry, let me see. Stroke of luck. Yeah. Let me find out. I need glasses of luck from Fundora. Tim had already begun to find his range. That's what I'm saying, Storm. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's matter of fact. Hold on. We got a video for Storm. Here you go, Storm. That was a thunderstorm that struck lightning on the volcano in Guatemala. That wasn't too long ago either. That was amazing. I had to save that video. Salute, yo, Steels, man. They want to know when we gonna bring back Night Court, man. They said they want that Night Court again, man. I said I gotta talk to my bro Steels, man. Um, salute to Joe Townsend, man. Salute. I see you out there grinding, champ. I didn't. I know you. He said, "I'm not defending Ryan. Sorry." He said, "I didn't say. I didn't say we was gonna put Ryan on that." It honestly, I gotta keep it a stack with you, even though I know you done had some of the worst cases where you had to defend somebody. I felt stupid. You done had some of the worst cases. I wouldn't even put a case on Ryan. It's done. Is finished, bro. I wouldn't even. Nah. We would just do our normal thing of trying to find another boxer that we gotta put a case on. We would do it that way. But Ryan, nah, I don't see anybody defending him coming on night court to defend him. And whoever would come on night court to defend him is brave. So, but anyway, uh, with Sebastian Fundora and Tim Zoo, like I said, I'm not complaining. He got the win. It was what it was. And then, we know Earl's last fight. Uh, this fight is taking all the way place in October, and I kind of looked at that and I kind of thought like, wow, you know, oh yeah, I forgot to play my man's video. My bad, KG. Hold on, I forgot. What is it? Yeah. I gotta get you one. Maybe I get like a nah. See, I can't even do a hip hop video for you, fella, because I'm gonna get copyrighted.
I read that the good doctor.
Get copyrighted. Yeah, but I really like this fight. I think it should be an action packed fight. Uh, I don't know where is it going to take place. They're gonna have it in Arlington. I think it should be. He said Dr. Kilo Brand. It should take place in Dallas because I feel as though uh, it would do good as far as like gate wise. It would do really good, and I think that's important. Stormy said, dangerous thing about Fundora's experience with Tim Zoo fight is now he has a live action bout under his belt that proves what his coaches have been unable to get him to do, box. Joe Townsend says supposed to be in Dallas. Uh, I don't know, man. Um, I definitely agree with you with that, Storm. As far as the part that you said, he actually was able to box. I never seen I never seen Tim Tszyu box like that in my life. Like I said, it wasn't a strong jab, but he kept it out. It really wasn't the strongest jab that I ever seen, but it was out. It wasn't a shotgun jab. To keep it real with you, I felt as though it was a stroke of luck, like Storm said. Because if and like I said, I'm not making excuses because I picked Tim Tszyu. I just would like to have seen the fight if the blood didn't get in his eye. I would have liked to see a fight without cuts and stuff. I would have, because what I was seeing was in the first couple of rounds before the cut in his head happened. And let me give Tim Tszyu still mad credit and respect. He still put it all on the line, still let his nuts drag, you know what I mean, throughout the whole bout with with his head bloody and all of that. So, you know what I mean, mad respect to him. And then allegedly he's going in there. Well, not allegedly, because when you rocking with Turkey Al-Sheikh, unless you say no to him, it's gonna happen. Turkey Al-Sheikh done set him up to fight Virgil Ortiz. He coming back and fighting a live dog like Virgil Ortiz. Come on now. You gotta respect Tim Tszyu. Tim Tszyu is a real one. I don't care what nobody says. Tim Tszyu is a real one. He just took an L, head cut and everything, and then he going back in there with a live dog that's knocking out everything. And this is going to be the best person on paper for Virgil Ortiz. I didn't get to watch the last Virgil Ortiz fight, so I'm kind of mad. I can't really say anything. But Sebastian Fundora, he got a handful with Earl. Got a handful with Earl. Earl is going to be a lot of questions that got to get answered in this one because that last fight, you know, we got to see if it took anything out of him. I'm not saying it did. I got Spence winning this fight. I think Spence could win this fight. It's a winnable fight. Definitely a winnable fight. But um that Terrence Crawford fight, it was real. It's not like we could overlook it. You know, I just gotta be honest, you know. I still got Earl winning against Sebastian Fundora. But, you know, in certain fights, when you take damage like that, it don't matter if you like a person or not. They could leave something in the ring, as we like to say in the boxing world. That doesn't mean you hating or you don't like the fighter. You know, you just if we don't know, that's why I'm still picking Earl because we don't know. But sometimes the fighter's punch resistance goes down because of a certain fight and something that happened to them. You know, it just like Rolly, for example, he was never the best boxer or anything like that, but he always had a good chin. And he got in there with Tank. He was never the same again. And this how you know that that what I say is really true because he got knocked out with 16-ounce gloves after by Jahan. It would have been different if he just got sparked in another pro fight right after that. Then it would have been like, oh, nah, that's just Rolly. Nah, he got knocked out with 16-ounce gloves on, bro, and headgear. Tank took something out of him. He was never the same again. It was like everybody was able to knock him down. And so before that, Rolly would be getting tagged, but he was able to take a punch. Now I'm breaking down the signs. Yeah, you could get stuff taken out of you in the ring. If you ain't a fighter, you're not gonna pay attention to what I'm saying. You know what I mean? But that's true. Like, sir, you that's why they always say, be defensive, transition well from offense to defense, because even if it's a whack dude and somebody touched you up real bad to fight before, you gotta worry about that. Like, oh dang, man, is my punch resistance down now? Can I take a shot now? It happens like that. But hopefully not. Hopefully he's strong at 154. Hopefully he go in here. What's good, Cletus? My fault. Was my Texas brother in the building. Hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully that's not the case. And he's getting enough time. I feel like he fighting all the way in October. I feel like that's actually better for him because of the last fight, giving his body full time to reheal. I think he should be good body. I think his body should definitely have rested enough to heal. Um, I just got a couple questions when it come to Earl side. I'm gonna talk about it. Uh, Derek James ain't in the corner no more. Derek James ain't in the corner no more, and I know this happens a lot with boxers. Sometimes you get a different trainer, uh, changes you for the better. Sometimes it's for the worse. Um, and sometimes our coaches they transition on or they get sick, and we have to transition, like Adrian Broner and Mike Stafford. So it's a lot of different scenarios sometimes that you move on to a different trainer. You know who's gonna be giving the instructions in the corner. See, now it's a whole nother dynamic. Who's giving the instructions in the corner? Is because his fight is in October. So I'm wondering in my mind, like, what's going on with that. Plus, they still going to court for certain things. Felix Nunez says, I hear that he's back with Blu-ray, though, for the strength and conditioning. Well, I'm definitely happy about that. Um, but we still, you got to balance out the strength and conditioning and the boxing. So I don't think strength and conditioning is just going to be it for this type of fight. Only because of Sebastian Fundora's uh, height and size, and like Stormy B brought up, he just got a win over one of the top dudes, and he's boxing. And he has a lot of momentum. J Dub, salute. So Still, I want to know who that head trainer is in that corner now. That's what I'm wanting. And another question I got, whoever that trainer is, will that trainer be able to adopt his theology of boxing and the Earl Spence, and will he not be able to change Earl? Because Earl is most likely stuck in his ways, but you can still tweak some things. Like, are they going to be a good pairing, or is it going to be a good matchup? And then Earl already saying too that, which is another question I gotta ask, but that's a riddle within itself. Um, Earl saying that this might be the last time y'all see him. In my opinion, I don't think that he meant in the ring. Uh, that could mean a lot of things. I actually talked about this with Jay Good and D Man last night. It could mean a lot of different things. Earl's one of those boxers that puts a lot of tweets up, and it's a lot of riddles in it. And you may think it means one thing when really it can mean another. I think he likes to do that. And I ain't mad at him. I ain't ready to see Earl leave, but if he feels like he made enough money and he made good enough investments to where he could retire, God bless him. Because I know he made a nice bag in the Terrence Crawford fight. So that's another question that I got as far as this, like, where where we go from here. So say Earl Spence wins the belt. You right. You right. See, Mr. J Dub, that's a fact. I didn't that nobody brought up that when we was talking about this last night. He said it might mean social media. He might mean Arlington, like my bro Jay Good said. It could mean a lot of things. It could mean in partying and stuff. It could mean a lot of things. This might be the last time y'all see. It could mean a lot of things. I'm looking forward to this fight, though. I think this is a good fight. It's not nothing that we didn't see coming. When Earl said that he would get this shot, oh, you know, it is what it is. Even though Terrence Crawford said that he had next and stuff like that. The only reason why I'm not so mad that Earl got the shot, because I remember when Andre Ward and that class, James Toney and Floyd Mayweather got inducted into the Hall of Fame. I remember Sebastian Fundora being there at the ceremony, and I remember Sebastian Fundora basically saying like he wants to fight Earl Spence. This is before he took that loss to Brian Mendoza, which was a brutal knockout by Brian Mendoza. He caught him with a shot that he didn't see. But it was crazy because it's kind of like what my bro Red said when he was like, so people get rewarded for losing. I mean, it happened with Rolly after the Tank fight, and we seen it happen with him. With but I guess if you with the right team, it can make things like that happen, make you become a champion. It's kind of like how I feel like with Dev and uh, Canelo. Now, what I mean by that is Dev got into I don't remember when in June. He has to negotiate and have a purse bid with Sandor Martin. Meanwhile, David Benavidez, he's been the mandatory for like 2 years, the good part of 2 years. If we being real. You see the corruption of boxing? Listen to what I'm saying. Devin has to fight and make a first bid of June. I don't remember the date, but it's going to be sometime in June. He has a decision to make, or they're going to strip him. But Canelo has been running around with the WBC belt and has not fought David Benavidez. Man, they done did the Denzel and Macy Gray.
Thanks for your cooperation. Let's go.
I want to see that warrant.
What?
I want to see that goddamn warrant.
That's what they did. Remember, it wasn't even no warrant. That's my favorite movie, y'all. Training. Remember, it was just a piece of paper. I think it was like a Chinese restaurant menu. That's what that was. So back to what I'm saying about people getting shots and stuff. I feel like, to be honest with you, what's my term I say? Raccoon champion. When somebody goes in with nothing and then they take everything. Well, the new raccoon champion is Sebastian Fundora for a vacant title with the WBC. And this is all Keith Thurman's fault, really. This is all Keith Thurman's fault because Keith Thurman didn't even get sanctioned because he never fought at that weight class at 54. So if he would have fought Tim Tszyu and beat Tim Tszyu would have still been the champion. So that means to tell me that what's the name? Sebastian Fundora probably would have still got a vacant title shot because they ended up stripping Mela everything anyway. Uh, J Dub said boxing can't get out of its own way. They ready to strip Dev, Fundora, strip Dev, Fundora, and Usyk. Nah, well, they not. No, see they not trying to. Well, they did. Yeah, you actually right. They are stripping Fundora. But look, I'm not mad that Fundora is getting stripped of the WBO because he knew what he had to do. He had to fight Terrence Crawford. It is what it is. When you the WBO, that's the only thing, me from a boxing standpoint, that's why I would go into the WBO rank. If I ever hollered at anybody and people could feel how they want to feel. But I would go in the WBO rankings because as soon as I would be able to move up, I would be able to become the mandatory in the next division. So personally, I would want to fight for the WBO. If you ask me, y'all can have the W, even though green is my favorite color. Y'all can have the WBC. If you ask me which belt I had to pick, I would pick the WBO because I can move up and it's guaranteed that I get the title shot in the next division. That's just the smartest thing to do. And that's been the rule. So Terrence Crawford ain't wrong. Fundora had that belt. They stripped him. He knew that he had to fight. He could have, if he believed in himself and he said that he wanted to fight Terrence Crawford, he should have fought Terrence Crawford. If he would have got the win, salute OG. He could have got the win, came back around with it, and fought. What's the problem? If you would have beat Terrence Crawford, you probably would have had how many belts? That would have been 3. Because it would have been the WBA. Oh no. Nah, he probably wouldn't have because Max Vidal, Israel, he would have he would have had to fight somebody for the vacant title. But still, you would have beat the best fighter in the world. You would have beat the best fighter in the world. And you would have, and then after, if you would have won, you could have did whatever you wanted. Wouldn't nobody have been mad if you didn't unify right away. You could have fought Errol Spence right after that. You could have got 2 decent paydays fighting Earl and Bud, but he didn't want to do that. He always wanted to fight Earl Spence. That's why I said I'm not mad at Earl Spence because he called out Earl Spence, Sebastian Fundora, when Earl Spence was minding his business, just getting done beating Ugas. I believe it was around that time. So, you know, it is what it is. Um, Usyk situation is completely different. Usyk beat the number 2. Well, he had the lineal belt, so it's Fury the number. To me, Fury, you know what I mean. He could fight. I'm like 78. I'm not gonna hate on him. He could fight. He could box. You know what I mean. He definitely beat an elite fighter, Usyk. So Usyk deserved to hold on to his belts for a little bit, but he got to fight the winner of Perkovic and uh, Triple D, Daniel Dubois. Now, do I feel like it should be able to wait after the rematch and the IBF should chill a little bit because they know that the contract was already signed for a 2-fight deal? Yes. I feel like they could wait. Um, Felix Nunez says he probably feel Earl's an easier fight, especially after last fight with Bud. I mean, that don't mean he gonna win. He could feel like it's stylistically it is an easier fight. That don't mean he gonna win. That don't mean it's gonna work out for him. That don't mean it's gonna work out for him. Stylistically, it is an easier fight, but that don't mean that he's the one that could beat that style. I seen that he boxed, but I don't know if that, because styles make fights. I don't know if that style that he had, that he don't got a great jab. The jab, he's just putting it out there. It wasn't like a strong jab that Fundora had. It was just one of those jabs where it was like a pawn jab, and then he would throw, the right behind it. There wasn't nothing like crazy, like he wasn't changing the trajectory on the jab. It was just one type of style of jab. That's all it was. But it was enough because of the cut aiding him in the fight to help him eke out a victory. It was enough. Now, do I think that in the future, uh, I don't think. Look, if Fundora wins this fight, he'll get a little bit more credit from it. Put it that way. If Fundora wins this fight, he'll get a little bit more credit from it. I won't. I won't. I won't. I won't get at him like that. I'll be like, you know what, Fundora? You know what? You beat two top dudes that I did not think that you was gonna beat. You know what? I'm gonna give you some flowers. I'll give you flowers. Tim Zoo ain't no slouch, and Errol Spence definitely ain't no slouch. You know, and whatever happens, even if Earl lost, I would have to give Earl credit because Earl is just moving up. And Earl is a real one because Earl always said that. He was like, yo, I don't believe in tune-ups. And it shows. And it shows. Because Earl's going up here and no type of tune-ups. Even for people that saying, oh, that's too much and they believe Sebastian Fundora is gonna win. You still gotta respect Earl Spence because he didn't have to do this. He could have easily took a tune up and waited his turn. Nah, he going right for Fundora. And like I said, I do think that Terrence Crawford was warranted to fight first. But my only thing is this: the reason why Terrence Crawford shouldn't be mad is this reason right here. The only objective that you had was to get the WBO belt. It wasn't to fight Sebastian Fundora. Fundora had the WBC and the WBO, true. But because you had the well, you was really undisputed. But one of the belts you had was a WBO in the previous division. That mandated you at 54 to be the mandatory to get whoever had the WBO belt title shot. So being that Tim Zoo lost it, and Sebastian Fundora knew what he had to do, and Sebastian Fundora lied. Where my gavel at? I gotta bang the gavel on you, Fundora. Gotta bang the gavel on you. Gotta bang the gavel on you. I ain't shoot my bad, y'all. I had the gavel on the floor. But gotta bang the gavel on you because I remember what Samson said. I want to see Samson. I remember what Samson said.
She got your ass.
Remember what Samson said. Samson said Fundora can't talk because he's injured. He's not at the point where he could talk right now, but you negotiating with Earl behind the scenes and this fight is about to happen. Shame on you. Shame on him. And I remember that. You was like, oh yeah, my fighter, he can't talk right now. But like I said, I'm not mad. You called out Earl. And I don't think Terrence Crawford should be mad because he got what he wants. He got the WBO title. Yeah, he's gonna, if he could beat Masvidal, he'll be a unified champion. So don't be mad, Bud, that you didn't fight Sebastian Fundora. I think that if you want to fight Earl, let him fight. Your job was only to get that WBO belt lifted from him. And you did that. And you had a bomb lawyer that worked that out for you. And it happened. So I know when lawyers come into boxing, usually stuff happens. So I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. At So you'll be fighting for the WBO and the Super WBA belt. I, I know Terrence Crawford ain't complaining. But this dude that he's fighting, I watched a couple fights. He does fight like Triple G. I don't remember who said it, and they was like, "Yo, he's like a Triple G." He does. He really does have that type of style. He really does, and he punching very hard. So can't nobody take no credit away from Terrence Crawford. This ain't just because y'all don't know about him now. Yo, that dude is punching very hard, but I'm very hard. I was like, dang, yo. There's one dude he dropped. I thought, shoot, he broke his head. Pause. Thought he like the dude looked like he punching through you. I know he is, Tay. That dude, man, I gotta keep it real. That dude could punch. That dude could punch. So this is actually a good fight for Crawford as far as dealing with a puncher. You know what I mean? If Crawford get the win, it ain't gonna be enough because we know how talented Crawford is. So Crawford may make it look easier, but we still got to take into account. Crawford is moving up. Crawford is moving up. So we can't just be like, oh, like Terrence Crawford's just gonna walk through this guy. Shoot, what he did at 154, 147, sorry. We don't know if that same energy is gonna happen at 54. We don't know. I think Crawford could do it. And I think that this dude that he's fighting, being that he's a really big puncher, I think that this is a good fight for him in case Turkey Al Sheik makes that fight, um, that Canelo fight for him. Because we all know if it comes down to David Benavidez and Canelo happen to fight Terrence Crawford, he'll fight Terrence Crawford. But at first, after the Earl win, when they brought it up to him, he didn't want to fight Terrence Crawford because he was saying, "Oh, I'm not gonna get no credit for it." And actually, salute to Turkey Al Sheik too, man. Salute to Turkey Al Sheik because, man, yo, I don't want him going nowhere, man. Turkey Al Sheik, he's actually trying. He's actually trying to give us the fights that we've been wanting and clamoring for. That's what I'm talking about. Turkey Al Sheik, that's my guy right there. I really like Turkey Al Sheik. I like Turkey Al Sheik in boxing. You know, I hope he stays around boxing for a long. I hope this ain't just one of those things where he's just gonna be here for a little while. I hope Turkey Al Sheikh stays because I think he's real good for the sport, and I think I could tell that he's a real fan because anything that he puts his mind to, he makes it. Like I like the fact that he after this fight he wants to make Wilder versus what's homie's name? What's homeboy's name? Jarrell Big Baby Miller. Jarrell Big Baby Miller feels like he could beat Wilder. I mean, not Big Baby. Sorry, Big Baby Anderson. Sorry, Big Baby Anderson. Sorry. So Big Baby and Wilder. I mean, I know some people be like, it's not really nothing in it for Wilder, and it's not nothing really. But I mean, it's just one of those good casual. I think it's a good stay busy fight for both. Who it does more for, I don't really care about that. But I think that that's actually a good stay busy fight for both of them. That's enough to me to keep Deontay Wilder entertained. He said, "Get them babies right." Nah. You right. Yeah, that was my bad. That was my bad. That was my bad. Meant to say big baby Anderson. Big baby Miller. I call him GTA. It literally Grand Theft Auto. Literally Grand Theft Auto 3. And that's not a punchline. That's facts. I wasn't talking about GTA 3. I meant Big Baby Anderson. Make sure, yeah, and make sure y'all shop usualsuspect6.com because you fit the description. And make sure y'all share, like, all of this good stuff. Um, but next week, he said, I almost banged the gavel on you. Bro, stop. Stop, bro. That now you being disrespectful. Now you being disrespectful. You ain't see I corrected myself in the middle of it. I said my fault. I meant big. Even though he does got a fight that he's making on one card that he wants to make with Big Baby Miller on it though, with GTA 3 on it. He do got a card that he want to make GTA 3. He want to put him on. I want I think before I leave out of here, I just want to talk about next week. Actually, we got a fight to in a probably in a little bit. It's probably happening. What time is it? Right now, we got Catterall and Josh Taylor. Who y'all got? Y'all got press one if you got Josh Taylor, press two if you got Catterall. Actually, actually, let me change it. Let me change it. Put a hammer, put a gavel in the chat if you got Catterall. Put an X in the chat if you got Josh Taylor. All right, sis. Yeah, I'm gonna think of something. I want to do it at that same time tomorrow. If we do another live, if you're free, I don't know. I have to hit you up see if you're free because I know you go see your peoples at. But I'm gonna do Comic Cons after Drew and Stormy do their thing on Sundays. I'm gonna do it, so look out for that on my other channel. He said I got Catterall. Okay. Shamar said he got Catterall. I think so too. I think I was going with Catterall. I think I'm going with Catterall. But as far as next weekend, I can't wait for that. I seen some clips of the face to face. Does anybody know if they already did the face to face with because I seen clips of it. I don't know if it previewed yet. With they had Herkovich, Daniel Dubois, and they had Zhang and Wilder. So I want to see the whole thing. If anybody, could throw like a link in there, something like that, that would be dope. That would be dope. I appreciate it. Before I get off, I'm about to get off in a second, but I'm rooting for my bro Wilder. Wilder's still one of my favorite fighters. I need him to win this because I'm not ready to. Certain fighters I ain't ready to see leave yet. Just like I said, Earl, just like Crawford, uh, Wilder, because Wilder, I believe he said if he don't get through this one, then he's done. And I ain't ready to see Wilder leave yet. I got to keep it a step. I'm not ready to see him leave yet. You know, um, so I really he been looking sharp in camp. I mean, but I'm more worried about the actual fight. I know training camp is where you build up, but I'm just worried about the actual fight. I mean, I'm rooting for Wilder. I hope he get through this victorious. I know one thing he do got on his side, the gas tank. Cause that last one with Big Bang Zang, what he fight? He fought Parker, right? He gassed out a lot. He dropped him a million times. I'm gonna keep it a stack, but he gassed out a lot. At least Wilder it wasn't gassed when he fought Parker. So I definitely think Wilder has the edge in stamina. But who else is on there? Herkovich and Daniel Dubois. I don't know, man, because the little clip that I watched with Herkovich and Daniel Dubois, Herkovich was talking his joint. Yo, he was talking. He was like, "Oh, what happened? You didn't go to the hospital after sparring?" I said, "Big Hurt? He was putting people in the hospital." But I don't remember how active he was. See, I don't know. I thought Daniel Dubois he did good in that comeback fight, but and he boxed and everything. But I don't know. And that fight, I don't know. I might not be able to tell you until next week with Daniel Dubois. I don't know. That's my guy though, and I like his sister, but I don't know. I gotta keep it stat. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna have to really. You want me to be honest with you right now? I favor Herkovich right now because I think Herkovich he seemed like he wasn't telling no lies. But I want Daniel Dubois to win because Daniel Dubois always been my guy. Even after the loss, I still rocked with Daniel Dubois after he lost to Joe Joyce. And he messed up his eye and all that. So I haven't seen Herkovich in a while in the ring for a while. I may have missed the last card that he was on, So, you know, usually when I miss people's last fight or two, it's kind of hard for me to gauge both sides. Because normally, if I'm watching both fighters, I'll be able to be like, okay, this person a winner, this person a winner. See, I've watched James Dubois joints, but I haven't been able to watch. I haven't watched Herkovich like that. So I just kind of believed him when he was in that face to face. I wish I would play the clip, but I don't want to play the clip because it's a matchroom joint, and if you have something matchroom and they hit you with a cop, they be giving out copyright strikes for having his own stuff. So I don't never really play his own stuff too much. So that one's 50-50 to me. And then we were supposed to have the undisputed light heavyweight belt. We were supposed to, but so I guess there's only 2 fights that we got to work. But even those 2 fights is still a good card. I hope Beterbiev gets better. I hope he's healthy. This kind of scares me because I picked Beterbiev in the Dmitry Bivol fight. Now I don't know, depending on what type of injury this is. Even if he comes back, this is only making Dmitry Bivol sharp. So we can end up seeing an upset, and that won't be the biggest upset, but that will be an upset still in all if it happens. So yeah, that's all I really got on that, y'all. Salute to everybody that was in the chat. Salute to everybody that came through. I appreciate y'all. I'll be back doing videos throughout the week when the Wilder card comes up. I might talk about Catterall and Josh Taylor. Let me just say before I get out of here, I think we should talk about Jack Catterall and Josh Taylor, being at the fact that everybody was so mad that when Catterall got robbed. Everybody, all of us was mad that Catterall got met or robbed when he was fighting for undisputed against Josh Taylor. So I feel like we all deserve to rewatch this again to see what happened. But again, you know what I mean? It's your choice. Salute to the LDBC. Salute to the Full Berserker Clan. Salute to the usual suspects. It's your boy Act Reach, and I never see you wrong, and I'm out. Peace.
I want to ask you something, and I want you to be honest with yourself. Only the people who thought about what I'm about to say comment. If you comment some horse shit, I'm not going to take you serious. If you comment some dumb shit, I'm not going to take you serious. But I really want you to ask yourself, did I fail you as a creator? Or did y'all fail me as followers?
I hit them with that act reacher. Y'all gonna learn today. I'm a teacher. That act reacher. Get into the bag like berserker, boy. Fuck around, I'ma hurt you, boy. Stiff jab, side step, uppercut you, boy. The champ is here, you can't survive in my circle, boy. Yeah, look at my drip right here. And the verse is all I